What are we going to do this for? Why are we going to do it? Why are we going to love our enemies? And our reward will be great. Me too. Okay, hello everybody. This is your girl Miss T, and I finally made it. I'm coming to bring you some Monday motivation, and so I am here to talk with you. I wanted to get it out to you this morning, but I wasn't able to because life just kept lifing, and I just kept running. You a little bit, and I'm talking to you today about what I put on yesterday on my Facebook. I wanted to advertise, and I wanted to tell you guys about getting your lick back. Let's talk about that. So this right here that I'm doing, this is my content for my YouTube channel. And this is my brand new post. I think I have 4 little followers on my YouTube, but it's okay because I'm believing God for a whole lot of people because I do got something to say. So the topic I'm bringing to you today is about getting your lick back, okay? Very, very important. I want to talk to you about this because ever since I have been living on this earth, since I can remember back as far as maybe being in middle school, my butt liked to get revenge, okay? I didn't get more stable in that area until later in my years when I had no choice but to, right? Some stuff's happened to me, and there was going to be no way in the world that I was going to be able to get my lick back, because if not, I was going to end up back in cuffs, okay? So I couldn't have that happen to me. So I want to talk to you today, and I'm not here to put scripture and force it down you, but I do want to reference a scripture because I am a woman of faith and I am a woman of God, and I think it's very, very important. So my scripture is coming out of Luke 6:30. I want you to go read it whenever you get a chance. And I want you to read the whole chapter if you get a chance, because really and truly it speaks to a lot of different areas besides just getting your lick back, right? So getting our lick back, let's talk about that. So if someone begs from you, give it to him. This is the amplified version I'm reading to you, right? If someone robs you of your valuables, don't demand them back. I bet you're sitting there talking about, this girl don't know what she's talking about, because if somebody robs from me, I'm finna do woo-de-woo to them, okay? Whatever is your woo-de-woo, don't do it. Resist. I want to get you back. I really do. You deserved it. I told you one too many times, quit messing with me. Come on, you know how we do. I'm going to tell you again. Leave me alone. Don't do this to me. Resist getting your lick back. Highly, highly important, right? I used to want to get my lick back all the time until I really realized, and listen to this, that God swings harder than you do. I remember being in my early 40s, right? And my one of my really close friends, she's really family, she's my daughter's aunt, Miss Clady, she was sitting there and we were talking about a particular person, and she said, one of these days you're going to be praying so hard for that individual because of everything they did. You're going to be praying so hard for that to stop happening to them, because God going to come and take care of that. And guess what? He did. And I do exactly what she said. Like, I literally am praying for mercy for that individual all the time, because they really be going through it horribly. So I want to get my lick back, right? I want to get my revenge. And, I put that song on there, if you grew up, and I'm 57, right? So I grew up with James Brown. So, the payback, right? I thought that was just the cutest thing. And I love all the words to that song because I think it's so true. Because when people hurt you, the mindset, especially now in the society we live in, get your lick back. The young, the Gen Zs, they're going to find their lick back, right? But let me talk to you a little bit about that, because this is why I created the YouTube channel. Because, number one, a girl is older, right? She loved to talk. Give me something to say, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to talk about it. And on these social media platforms, they want everything to be little and tiny and small, and a girl don't even work that way. I'm tired of driving myself crazy with that. So let's talk about this for a minute, right? Getting your lick back and resisting it is resisting revenge. And if you resist that particular part of your life right there, you're going to get an opportunity to be satisfied. But you want the opportunity to gain your own self-satisfaction at that very moment. So the one thing I want you to know too that I think is very important is the first thing. I'm going to say this. If you're not a believer, it's okay. Just because you don't believe, don't make it wrong, don't make it right. But I'm going to say this, vengeance is God's, right? He can take care of it. Let him take care of it. The hard part is you don't want to let him take care of it. You want to go and just talk about it, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I know, When I was younger and I was married, boy, I was the lick back, get back queen, and I did a lot of damage. Let me tell you something. So I used to pray and I used to ask God to help me because I needed to stop doing that. I needed to stop getting revenge on people. And I'm talking about I did a little bit of everything, from physicality to doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do, calling people I wasn't supposed to call. Okay, and revenge, while it is it's a powerful feeling, right? It's so, we get emotional, we're mad, we want to get vengeance. It's powerful, right? But forgiveness is even more powerful. And here's the key, because I'm just going to cut to the chase because nobody told me about this. When I was learning my forgiveness journey, to forgive first myself, the one that I was the hardest on, and then to forgive all the other people that did me wrong, man, you feel like a punk. If I could just say it in the way I say it to myself. I feel so weak. I feel so devalued. And guess what? God, when he come through, he just come through. And I'm like, dang, he did a great job with that, right? Let God work through you. You don't got to do his job for him. Let him work through you. It's really, really important. If you let him work through you, it'll be really nice. So like in my reference, which is Luke 6:30, it says, don't ask for it back. Don't ask for it back, because if it's gone, better will come in time. And again, I'm reading to you out of an amplified version, right? Now, what is that? Don't ask for what back? Well, in the King James Version, it says if they rob from you. If they rob from you, if they take your belongings, don't ask for them back. But guess what? Some people are robbing from you your time. Some people are robbing from you your peace of mind. Some people, you lend Bay your car and he taking it or she taking it out there and just running up a check and using all your gas and all of these things, especially if you listen to me, young people. I don't know how to be young like you. I'm just going to be my 57-year-old chick self. You can call me auntie, whatever you want to call me, but I'm going to say this to you. Time. I got my index cards too, y'all, because I'm trying to do this for the first time. So I'm going to get good at this, I promise. If you support my YouTube channel, you can raise it and then give me tips and tricks. And then if you want to talk bad about me too, I'll read all your comments and I won't get my revenge, I promise. Time. It's so valuable. It's the one thing you don't get back in this world. It's the one thing that you don't get back in this world. So if you lose anything, for some of you, that may be your virginity. Oh my God, I gave it to him and he just went and he left me. Yeah. Oh, that thing was priceless, but it had to get gone sometime, girl. So just don't be regretting it. Just don't be giving it away like that, right? If it's something, I lent them money. I lent my homeboy money. He never paid me back. Okay. Can you let it go? Can you let it go and not go discredit your friend or the person you cared for that you loved enough to give that money to? And just consider it, what they say, charge it to the game, right? Consider it, let it go. Don't worry about it. God can give you back that and then some. He'll give you back that and then some. I promise you, don't ask for it back, right? Obsessing over getting your lick back, just obsessing over that, being obsessive is tied to your peace. When I can't get my way about something, if I don't really let it go, man, I have no peace. I can't sleep right. I can't do anything right. It just drives me crazy over and over and over. So I've had to learn to let that be a working in me. So that's why I think it's important. I wanted to talk about this with you. I could have came and talk about anything for my Monday motivation, but I want you to be motivated enough to know that your peace is priceless, right? And your joy is priceless. And even though it may be delayed because you don't like the way you're feeling at that moment, I promise you it's going to come to you, right? And guess what? Your future is tied to you letting it go. If you want it back, you will stay stuck right in that spot at that very moment and you will not be able to move forward. And the one thing that drives me crazy as I keep aging is listening to other people that are my age or older than me and they stuck right there. You just look at them and be like, can you say something positive to me? Can you say something? I don't want to talk about the thing. And this is how you know somebody's stuck. They're telling you the same stories they've been telling you, and they recite them like they just happened day before yesterday or even yesterday. But they happened 10 and 20 years ago, right? Young people, learn this now. It's wisdom for when you get older, so you don't got to keep repeating over and over segments and segments of your life, right? Forgive it and release. Forgive and release. Forgive and release. Very important. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. When you forgive, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It still hurts, right? It's like when you have a baby, right, ladies? When I had Ray Ray 33 years ago, man, I had the hardest labor of my life. But when I looked at that beautiful face of my baby, I forgot all about it. But when I got up and I went to the bathroom, I was reminded that I had just had a baby. Okay? It took a while for my body to catch up with me. But the overall point is this. Does it hurt? Yes, yes. Things that hurt you, they are designed to help you, no matter how deeply they hurt. Even when a loved one dies, you got to get your peace. You got to get your closure. We are all marked in this world with an exit date, right? We cry for people we love because we love them and we don't want them to go. But they already have a set destined time for them, right? So it doesn't mean that there's not even a consequence. If you forgive and you release it, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be a consequence for the person that hurt you, right? But let that consequence be between them and God. That ain't your business. Let it go. It's not your business, right? And don't be peeping around talking about, did they get it yet? Did God, ooh, and I wish God would do. No, man, bless them. Bless them. Bless them. Wish them peace. Pray mercy for them. You never know how it's going to spin. You never know how it's going to go. And it doesn't also mean that the trust for a particular scenario again is going to be restored, right? And I'm going to use that when I say don't get your lick back. We've all had this, I think, at least once in one good time in our life we get this, right? And some of us, we've had it a lot. So sometimes we get our hearts broke, right? We get in a relationship. Be selective. And if you're listening to me today, and I hope this helps somebody out there, because that's all I really want to do is help somebody. I'm not on here for a whole lot of reasons other than the fact that I think I got something to say. I told you that earlier. And I really think that I would like to do this full time, right? I really do. I like it. I love talking. I can talk myself right out of everything and anything. I love to chit chat. So anyway, but that's not what I'm here to say. I'm here to tell you this. When you get hurt, when somebody breaks your heart, right? We get in a relationship, we cry, and oh my God, let it go, man. Let it go. Let the tears come out so you don't drive yourself crazy. You don't, stimulate your nervous system and have you a mental breakdown, because you don't want to do that. Get it out. Grieve. It's okay to grieve. But in the end, do not let that thing make you so bitter that you never want to have a relationship again, right? I was in a relationship for a long time. I got out of it. And I've been celibate for 2.5 years. 2.5 years, honey. A girl was living her best life a while back. See, it's far, far back. I don't know where it is anymore. I'm so terrified to even date. I don't even want to do that. You know why? Not because I'm bitter or scared. I just don't want nobody else wasting my timepiece. My time is valuable and it is precious, and I got stuff to do, and I'm excited about my life, right? So if somebody breaks your heart, find the wisdom in why they broke your heart and learn from it. Because when you meet Joker so-and-so or Sister so-and-so Joker over here, and they want to do this and you want to do the same thing to please and overdo, and they running up checks and you paying bills and you ain't paying your bills to pay their bills, man, bump that. You can't build with nobody like that. Let them be somebody else's lesson and not yours, right? But make sure you learn to trust again, because it is necessary. Trust is necessary. You can't have love if you don't have trust, right? Because where there is trust, there is love. And where there's love, there's trust. But unforgiveness overall, guys, it closes our hearts. Oh my God, it closes our hearts. Because I know. I said when I went to celibate 2.5 years ago, I wasn't feeling happy like I am now. I was like, I'm sitting on this. I ain't doing nothing with nobody no more. Ain't nobody wasting my time. Bump all these men. I couldn't even sit with my girlfriends anymore, because I always used to say I was going to be the woman that never sat there and ran no man down. And I'm not going to have no man-hating party. Me, Terry, will not do that. But I was sitting there talking about these men ain't this and they ain't that. And I never once cared about what I wasn't doing or what I was not. I just wanted to vent and get that off me, right? But then God helped me. He changed my mind about that. Thank God. And he gave me back myself. And now I'm just in love with me. Working myself out, working out, trying to eat healthy. I'm my own project. I am my own personal project, right? And I'm forgiving my own self for all my decisions that I made, right? But when you don't forgive, it blocks your blessings. Period. Point blank. Don't believe me if you don't want to. It is a fact, though. Unforgiveness, what does it produce? It produces bitterness. We just talked about that. It produces resentment. We just talked about that too. Resenting. Oh my God. I can't believe she got this and I didn't get this. And I was talking about this with her and she's trying to copy me. And no, girl, she ain't trying to copy you. It's okay for somebody to aspire to be like you, right? Don't be resentful for them. If they get a brand new car before you get a brand new car, don't be resentful for them. I remember my best friend, God built her a house, beautiful house, huge house, full of lots of bedrooms from the ground up. And I was so happy for her. And at that time, I was living in a tiny room, driving a car with no AC, with tape on it. And I told her one time, I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait my time out, friend. Because in a minute, I'm gonna build a house bigger than this. I said, and I'm happy for you where you are, for your blessing. Because I saw where she came from. God blessed her. He answered every one of her prayers. And guess what? When it was my season and my time, I was blessed. I went from that raggedy car that I drove for 3 years with because I was in my own bitterness and resentfulness, and I had no AC, driving around DoorDash and delivering cakes. My cakes just halfway melting. All this type of stuff was happening to me, and I was just crying in the car, like, oh my God, please, Lord, what are you doing? In time, as I released the forgiveness I needed to do towards myself, towards people, my mindsets began to change. My life turned around. I got a beautiful job. I live by a whole golf course. You don't hear me. And I live in a nice house. And I don't own my home yet, but in due season I will, because I would rather process into my stuff slowly, knowing that I did all my work, than have to go behind me and do it again, because that is for the birds, right? And then the last thing unforgiveness is going to produce is it produces insecurity and distrust. Man, don't you not want to be like that anymore? I'm not sitting there looking in my mirror anymore talking about what's wrong with me. Why didn't he pick me? Because it's something I'm not forgiven? No, I'm just fine the way I am. Because a girl used to be 400-pound big and she didn't have no man problems. And now that I'm small, I don't even care. I don't know if I don't have man problems anymore because I don't want to go out with nobody, right? I just told you that. So anyway, I'm just saying to you that I'm just enjoying my life and giving my forgiveness to myself, which is where I needed to do it at, right? I don't like to keep a lot of enemies around me because I don't play that. I'm a very blunt person, very direct, and I just want to get it on the table. All on the table. We talk about it. If we don't jive and we don't work, peace and deuces, and I'm out, right? But if you don't take care of your unforgiveness, it's going to affect your relationships. It is going to affect your generosity, okay? If you are a churchgoer and you do like to give to church, or even if you like to give, period, if you see the homeless, give them some change, right? Give them a bottle of water, give them some change. And don't be like, oh, they could just be getting a job. They got 2 good arms, 2 good legs. Yeah, so do you too. But I bet you've had seasons in your life where you had some down pieces. Just take care of people, right? Do what you're supposed to. Don't let it affect your heart. Give until you're empty, man. Give until you're empty. And you're like, no, are you saying give all of your stuff? Hey, I believe that there's a situation in time where sometimes you are required to give all your things. And when you do, you get huge blessings back. And sometimes we need blessings that money can't buy, right? So you want to make sure that you don't have yourself in a position where you can't get to that, right? If you don't have a release of forgiveness to somebody and you want to stay with unforgiveness, it's going to affect your peace. You're never going to be at peace. You're not going to be able to sleep good. You're not going, and you can say like, I get up, I do just fine. No, you don't, because you're probably a whole bitter bean and your energy is off. One thing I learned about the young people is this energy thing they talk about. Wherever this energy field is, it's all around, right? But it's real. And when somebody comes in and they got jacked up energy, you can feel it like that, man. And when my energy gets jacked up, I'm just like, shut this down. I'm done. I'm done at this moment because I got to go regroup, get myself together, because I just want to be sunshine and rainbows, honey, on everything I do. I'm a very serious person, but I really want to make sure that everybody that interacts with me, that they're getting some kind of good feeling from me, or wisdom or something, or at best, which is what I feel like I'm called to do, I just want to be the bridge you walk over to get to God, because he can do everything better than me and he knows exactly what you need, right? So unforgiveness, it'll affect our faith. It'll affect our ability to believe in God, that he's going to give us more than what we have. So you ever feel stuck? You feel like you're stuck in a place that you're not going anywhere? That's because you probably have to search your soul for some unforgiveness to let go, right? Because if not, you can't believe for the future because you're stuck right there. Forgive your enemies, because if you don't, your prayers will be hindered. Just do that. Make sure you don't be full of unforgiveness, right? Okay, so Luke 6:35, I just want to reference that. Luke 6:35 says, love your enemies, love them. And then your reward will be great. OMG. So I got to love first to people that make me mad, and then reward comes after. Yep, God is really, I think he's a good God and he's wonderful, and he's never done anything that I don't love. Even the hardest of my decisions that he's had to do to, even in my bad decisions when he's had to whip my butt, I have been able to say, you know what, I'm glad you did it that way. I'm glad we took the long road and not the short, because I would have never learned the lessons. And I'm so thankful for every lesson that I have learned. It's been beautiful, right? Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. What are we gonna do this for? Why are we gonna do it? Why are we gonna love our enemies and our reward will be great? Because we need to. Because you know why? Because the reward we're gonna get, it's gonna be so beautiful. It puts us in position to be blessed. And some of you don't even understand that because you're so busy being in the wrong position that you don't even understand about being in the right position. But I'm gonna go back again to my ladies that have ever had babies. If you're gonna deliver a baby, you gotta get in position to do that. And you can have them any kind of way, squatting, standing, and the whole 9 yards. But if you don't get in that position either way to do it, it's gonna rip you from you know where to you know where. It's really bad, right? But what I'm saying is this: position is everything. You wanna have a new house? Position yourself. Get your unforgiveness under control. Don't get your leg back anymore. Remember, God's swaying harder than you. And get yourself ready. Be prepared. Be prepared. I heard that in a song when my daughter was little. She used to watch Lion King. And then, what is it, Scar? He said, be prepared. Be prepared. It's so necessary. Preparation is everything. It's key. You have better outcomes when you prepare. And sometimes you prepare and it just seems like, oh my God, that was wasted. It's going nowhere. I'm not getting it. Oh, okay. Whose timeline are you on though? You're on the one, your Creator's timeline, the one who sent you here, right? Pray mercy for your enemies. I said that earlier. Pray mercy for them. Mercy's for guilty folks, honey. Don't judge them. Just pray mercy for them, right? Wish them love and light. Okay? And if you can, ask yourself these 3 questions, very important. Do you seek healing or are you seeking revenge? Just stop at one of them. If you know you're seeking revenge, go take your time with God and figure that out. Your higher power, your Creator, however you get there, you gotta balance it out, right? Okay? And is holding on costing you? Question number 2 you ask yourself, is holding on costing you more than what you lost? Because I'm not going to hold on to nothing. Matter of fact, me, Terry, oh my God. I don't know if this is a character flaw or what in me, but number 1, I struggle because I'm a runner. When I get uncomfortable, I'm gone. I'm gone on the fastest skates I can get on and gone. But then if I end up staying, then what I do is I start planning my way of escape because I don't like to be in nonsense too long. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the mental endurance for it. And I told you earlier when I started this video, I'm my own project, so I can't be giving you all my energy and time like that. That's why my butt stays single, because I don't have it for a partner right now. And I'm one of them kind of chicks that when I fall in love, I fall in that goofy kind of love. Like I want to be in love. I want us to match and all this stuff that's just crazy. And I don't have time. I don't have time for that right now. I am my own project at this very moment. And some women and men don't know that. Some of y'all can't sit yourself down long enough to get there, right? But ask yourself, is what you're holding on to more important than what you lost, right? Because you got to give up the right for the wrong. It's just something that works out for you, right? Then ask yourself the last question: do I trust God to repay me better than what I lost? Oh my goodness. This one for me is a huge one, right? In 2017, I lost everything in my life. From my choices and God deciding that he was going to put me on that potter wheel because I was marred in his eyes. And he said, I'm going to break your life up, Teresa Woods. And in a period of less than 1 year, I lost everything. I went from being who I thought was somebody to nobody. And I mean nobody on the floor, nobody, right? And then people could say, oh, it was your pride. It was your bad decisions. It was all of it. Whatever you say, it is what it is. Whatever you say, I don't care. It's my story, right? But guess what? I struggled so bad through that process to trust God was going to repay me. My daughter bought me this right here. It says, I still remember the days when I prayed for what I have now. You don't understand. I live that. I wasn't even going to buy it because I was like, I don't have the budget for that. She's like, I'm going to buy it for you because it's this, And it's crazy because she always gives me these beautiful pictures and they mean something in the seasons of my life. But God has restored many of my things back to me. Many. But I ain't off the hook yet. I'm still in the process. I'm still on that potter's wheel. I just feel less dizzy. I think he's refining me. He's making me definitely, because I'm working with him and I'm not working against him, right? I'm doing my own work. And you got to do your own work, people. You got to get your own work done. So the world says, get your lick back, right? And He wants you to get your life back. I want you to get your life back. I don't want you to get your leg back. Don't be listening to James Brown. Great song. I love you, James Brown, and I love your song. But get your life back. The most important thing you could do. Don't get your leg back. Get your life back. And this is specific to forgiveness. It's specific to your resentment. Some of your prayers will never be answered if you can't forgive. I said that earlier, right? And then, if you are waiting in a season of waiting, please don't misconstrue what I said. Sometimes there's just seasons of waiting. But then there's sometimes that it is conditional, right? So I just want to say this. If you are waiting for something and you know you don't have unforgiveness in your heart and you feel like, no, I don't feel like that applies to me. Search your heart, make sure you're good. And if you're just in a season of waiting, sometimes there is things that you do have to wait for. They will come in time, right? And they will be good because God is a God. He takes his sweet time, but it's the best time, right? So trusting God will take care of it makes the difference in the temptation to get your leg back. You don't have to get your leg back, right? You don't have to. You don't have to. You might feel like a punk. I mean that. That really happens for me all the time. Because I got one of these slick mouthpieces. I told y'all I like to talk, right? But by the same token, let me go give me something and you don't do it right and get your attitude with me. In my older years, I have to check myself too, because now that I'm older and I'm practicing all this diplomacy, now I'd be diplomatically arrogant, and that's a problem too. Sometimes I catch myself doing that, right? So I'm speaking to you young people. Y'all young people, I really don't sure if I'm going to reach you correctly, because I don't know if you're Gen Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know where we are anymore with these labels that they're giving us. I just know this. I wish y'all would smile. And I'm so thankful when I go to eat at restaurants and y'all say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, because I'm one of them old chicks and I was raised old school, right? But some of them just hand you the food and they don't even say goodbye, right? So I'm going to say this to my younger people. If you listen to me, if you're blessed to even hear me to the end, resist the temptation to get your lick back. Resist the temptation to get on Instagram and shame or body shame or repost something that's negative or do something, however y'all do it, however you do it. I don't know how you do it. But just don't do it, right? And then for the older people, maybe 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, listen to me. Don't be somewhere trapped with that past experience that's 5 years, 10 years, 5 minutes old. I don't care how old it is. Don't give it free rein in here. This thing right here is needing to do so much. And I don't care if you're already old and you're like, oh, in a few years I'll probably be dead. It doesn't make a difference, man. Clear your mind and have a clear head, because it's very, very important. Because you're either going to be the young person who's regretting the decisions that you made through getting your lick back and having to go back and redo it again, or you're going to be that old person regretting that you held on to that for all these years, right? So don't get your lick back. So this is your girl, Miss T. Thank you for being a part of my first Monday Motivation. I'm going to try to make it every Monday. I'm going to set myself the discipline to do that. I am working on that. But you know, a girl, she do a lot of things, but this is the one thing I know God called me to do right here. He called me to motivate. He called me to educate. And he called me to make sure that I can be the bridge that people need to get to him. I'm not trying to do much for myself, but if you do like my channel, I would like you to subscribe. You know, I'm supposed to say press the button right there. I don't know where I'm putting the button at, but wherever you see the button on your computer screen or your smartphone, please check it. This is your girl, Miss T. Check me out on TikTok. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. I always have something to say. And guess what? I'm going to talk to you a little bit, because as you get to know me, you'll know. I'm a girl with many projects. I do many things because a girl like her coins, okay? Y'all have yourself a great evening. This is Miss T, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.